I ain't ever gonna stop watching Big Unc and the Nephew.
While we get Mr. Don with Dunn.
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Can.
Yes, sir.
What
We hear
up?
you
What up?
just fine, my brother. How are you
Good,
doing?
good, man. How you guys doing?
Man, we are awesome. I'm so glad to have you on here today, my brother.
It's an honor. It's an honor to chop it up with you guys finally.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. Let's just give this man a quick introduction. His name is Stephen Dunn. He runs Dine with Dunn, an incredible page. This man has the whole world in his hands, and he's getting ready to just skyrocket because we all love seeing what he's doing, man. How are you doing, brother?
Thanks, man. I'm good, man. It's Friday, so we're cooking. I just filmed the video, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. How you guys doing?
Man, big chillin', dog. Big chillin'. You want to give us a little teaser? You want to tell us what you just filmed, or are we gonna save that
Yeah,
for the
I'll let
gram?
you guys know. Today I did I've been craving nachos and tater tots, so I did some tater tot
Oh,
nachos. I
oh,
saw them from chorizo.
oh,
I thought I'd test it out. Like sometimes I film things and like sometimes I'll post it because like you never know. But this one I think is gonna be a hit, man. I don't know.
I bet it will, man. Every single video you produce out there comes out. I think it's gonna be a hit, man. They're all hits in my eyes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
brother.
man.
Well, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Stephen Dunn, you've been working hard on your creativity, producing these videos for some time, but that's not necessarily how you got started. You didn't get started in making barbecue content, right? Tell us a little bit about how you got started in, filming and stuff like that. What were you doing initially?
So it all started when I was like in high school and I'd film skateboard videos with my
Oh,
friends and like
nice.
filming was my like obsession. And well, I am playing in bands and music, but filming, like, I didn't have to rely on playing and like other people to show up. It was just me, whoever's around, whatever I'm doing. And then I did it professionally for 7 years,
Oh, wow.
more on the photography side.
Hmm.
And and then it just like I love cooking, and it just it's like man, I'm starting to build up some recipes. I'm gonna just share them and see where they go. And I didn't think anyone would follow me, 'cause, like
No, man, you deserve it. You deserve all the shine you've been getting, my brother. Do you remember what about your photography that you got started with? Did you have anything published anywhere that people may have seen some of your photography?
so. I was a commercial photographer, so I did a lot of advertising stuff, and like it was a sweet job. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of cool people, like across like the states and Canada, and then but like because there was like not a lot of creativity because it's all advertising. I was just like, man, like I don't know if this is for me anymore. I got to switch it up. So then I went into the automotive
Ooh.
industry, and then but yeah, the photography thing, like I just. Like the food is what got me back into it, like the videography, because I was like, man, I need to get creative. I need to like start like I can't just let this go to waste.
For
Like
sure. If you don't use it, you lose it, you know?
yeah, yeah,
That's for sure. When it comes to most skill sets, right? Most skill sets, you gotta keep those irons sharp, you know?
100%, man, 100%.
That's awesome. So you were starting off doing some like commercial photography and stuff. Were you doing like products? Is that what you're doing? Product photography, or was this like
Everything,
portraits?
everything from product photography to like even like shooting models and stuff, like just anything you'd see in a magazine or an ad. We also did a lot of just like a lot of random companies advertisements. So like it could be anything. It could be like a cereal box one day,
Oh, cool.
like a supermodel the next day, and then one day I'm like shooting lawn furniture. Like it is all over the place. So it was like super fun, but like and like actually looking back, I'm like I kind of took it for granted, but it's just like. Uh, yeah, no, I did it for 7 years, and I just wanted to switch it up, and you know,
And here we are.
yeah, man.
Is this some of the most rewarding stuff that you've been doing? Like being able to create food content for yourself, and you've made it on TV already too, right?
That was a stroke of like right place, right time. But yeah, I would honestly say this is like the most rewarding thing I've done in so long. It's like so good for my mental health. It's so good. Like all the like the community and all the cool people I've been meeting, and it's just like two passions: food, uh, being creative, and making this content, and then meeting people on top of it. It's been like a year and a half of just like I feel I haven't felt this good in so long. Like I
Oh
just love it.
man, I'm happy to hear that, dude. I'm happy to hear it. You know, you deserve all the recognition that's coming your way. You deserve all the feel good stuff that's coming your way. Do you, when it comes to your cooking, do you like to cook and end up tasting your end result, being proud of what you created, or do you like feeding people? Like, where do you get the most, uplift out of your food that you create?
I think like I love seeing people's reactions. So my favorite thing is feeding people. Like there's a lot of times where I'll make stuff and I'm the last one to take a bite, or I'm like just I just work so hard on making this meal that like I'm like not even like hungry right now. Like I gotta wait a bit. But then there's other times where it's just me and my wife, and we're just like tonight we were just like immediately right when the camera was like off, we're both just like so it's both. I don't know. I love
That's
it. It's like
cool. So you're married. That's cool. How long you guys been married for?
2 years.
Okay,
Two
there you
years.
go. So it's still
April,
fresh.
yeah, April 13th was our 2 year
Oh,
anniversary, and
oh, happy anniversary.
thank you, man.
That's incredible. How'd you meet your wife? Was she out there? Or did you meet her at work or?
Um, so like she was living downtown Toronto, and we just met at this cool little restaurant called the 416 Snack Bar, and
Ooh.
it's like all like cool snack, like and everything from tacos to bao buns to like sushi, oysters, anything you can imagine, just all the tapas type stuff and like fusion. And we just hit it off. We like met at 6 o'clock, and we were
Hmm.
there till 3 in the morning, just talking
Oh,
and
oh,
having
that's
a
how,
good
how you
time.
know.
Hit it
That's
off.
how you know, right? You guys just hit it off right away. That's cool.
And I could tell because she was into all the food, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a date into this girl because like, yeah.
Hell yeah. You guys have kids too, or do you guys think about kids, talk about kids?
Yeah, we're thinking about that.
Yeah.
We're in that's in the future for sure.
Enjoy that honeymoon stage though, as long as you can, man. Like definitely soak that all up because I'm a firm believer the foundation, how you start things off, like that sets everything up for the future. There's no rush.
100%, man.
Yeah.
100%. We've taken the last 2 years to just both just grind, and she's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. We're just grinding and just but we're in the point where yeah, we're at that point where it's like I'm excited to be a family man and all that. Like, yeah, it's just like especially with the cooking, I'm like things are just aligning perfectly in life. I'm like I'm ready for it. I'm ready to like do the whole thing, man. I'm like
That's how it goes, man. You start focusing, you kind of laser focus in on something, and then the next thing you know, everything's just kind of falling into place. You know what I mean?
100%, man. Well, yeah.
So
Cheers. You guys drinking anything?
absolutely, I got the got a big gunk blueberry wheat right here from Four Legs Brewing, my boys.
Nice.
That's
I gotta
what
come
I'm
out and
sipping on.
taste that. Cheers.
Salute, brother. Salute. And we got Heat Stroke over here. He's always sipping on those Kirkland coolers, baby. You
Right.
got
Not
one ready to
today,
go?
just the high
Oh,
quality H2O today.
high quality H2O. Yeah, it's a little warm out here, brother. We finally got some heat out here, so staying hydrated.
Nice. Nice. What's the
Indeed.
temperature right now?
Oh man, I don't know. It's probably lower than it feels. It feels like it's 80. I bet you it's probably like a good 74, 75 degrees out here. Probably much warmer than it is for you, right? Are you guys still cold out there?
It's starting to warm up. Like I was in a t-shirt all day, but now I'm in a sweater. It's a little cooler at night, but
Yeah.
it's like a little. This time of year is a little up and down, but a couple more weeks, I could put away the. It's just gonna be t-shirt weather. I'm hoping.
There you go. Yeah, I'm hoping for you guys, man. I got some brothers up there in the Great White North, man, and I feel so bad. You guys are constantly frozen, man. Constantly.
Especially smoking with Ty. He's in Alberta, I'm pretty sure. That's like the coldest
He's in
in Canada. Right?
Manitoba.
Oh,
Manitoba is where
Manitoba.
he's at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still like in my area, I think it's probably the warmest part of Canada. It's still bad, but like I see everyone else, and I'm just like, oh, it's still snowing there sometimes. I'm like,
I'm telling you, it's got to be hard to deal with, man. But I think you guys are all used to it, right? You were born and raised in Canada?
yep, born and raised, and so I'm used to it. But like every year, I ask myself, I'm like, I gotta go somewhere warm, somewhere like California or
Bro, we would
yeah.
love to have you. We would love to have you. Come on out anytime you want to, brother. I got a guest room here at the crib, so if you ever want to come out, you got a place to stay out here in Cali.
That'd be an honor, man. That'd be
For
cool.
sure. I'd love to come up to. Oh, hi, honey. We see
She
little
can't hear you
baby
guys.
heat stroke over there.
Wave.
Yeah,
Say hi.
I'd love to get up to Canada too, man,
One
but
second.
my checkered past kind of keeps me out of Canada, unfortunately.
Oh man. Well, I'll come to you guys. That's for sure. 100%.
That'll work. That'll work. So tell me a little bit. I had a good question that came in, something that I had to ask you about. Someone wanted to know. This was it was actually Dan's Dirty Dishes, right? You know Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wanted me to ask. He needs to know. What do you prefer? Do you prefer being like a food and barbecue influencer, or being a part of the perfect influence?
Oh, so the barbecue influence. The perfect influence was my first band.
Was
We were like in
was it
high school,
okay?
16 years old. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, barbecue.
Barbecue for sure. What kind of music did you guys play?
That band was like a mixture of like punk rock and like metal mixed with like classic rock. Like we
Oh,
were
okay.
all over the place. But we're like grade 10 when we started this band, and like so we were just playing whatever we wanted, and but we like for young kids we were playing like big venues and stuff and bars
Wow.
like that we were like not even allowed in, but like legit shows. And yeah, my music past, that's a whole nother thing, but
Do you still? Yeah, there. I see. I saw that question just pop up out of the corner of my eye, Jeremy. That's what I was going to ask next. What did you play? Did you play an instrument, or are you a vocalist? Oh, I think he'll be right back. He probably. I think he slid out of here for a second. He didn't like that question, y'all. Definitely
Hold,
didn't like that question.
hold the questions. Hold the questions.
What up, caveman? What's up, baby? Hopefully, we get him back in. Oh, I think here he goes. Here we go. He's trying to get back in here. Hang tight for him, boys.
oh, sorry guys, it cut out there for a second.
Don't trip at all. Don't worry about it. Hey, is unrelated. Is Maya your wife by chance? Is your wife's name Maya?
My wife?
Yeah,
No, not Maya.
I'm asking because we had a request to come into the live from someone named Maya. I wasn't sure. Maybe it was your wife trying to jump in there and talk too. But yeah, so I was asking you, do you have a favorite instrument you play, or are you a vocalist? What do you do? Yeah, you're here.
Yep. Yeah.
Can you see us?
Oh, and I had to cancel it. But okay, so what's up?
So, what's your favorite instrument to play? You play an instrument, or are you a vocalist? What do you do?
So I used to play, well, I still play guitar and I sang in a band. And
Oh,
then
nice.
that was another part of my like creative life. Like I was, so like from high school to, yeah, I'd say all of high school I played in a band, and we were like these young kids that were like we were like playing in like pretty big venues in Toronto. And then like obviously high school ends, we go university, college, or whatever. Like, and then I started another band, and that band, because we're like now we're adults and we can kind of like travel places. We like toured Canada, and
Oh, sweet.
like we never left Canada, but like we were doing all right, and that lasted about 3 or 4 years. And then playing in a band is like being in a relationship with like 5 different people, and it's like trying to like coordinate it was a fun part of my life, but I'm like, when I was done, I was done. I was like,
I can see. Yeah,
it was fun, but like,
I understand how that works out for sure. What were you guys doing? Mostly covers? Did you guys write your own music?
so we wrote our own music, and
Sick.
so this was like 2011. So like back then, we were like filming our own music videos and stuff, and like back then, like we were like kind of ahead of the times. But now that I look back, I'm like, it's so cringy and I'm so embarrassed. But it's like my filming background. I was like, yeah, I could film us a video and all this, but like, no, we were just messing around, kids messing around, you know, like,
Yeah, for sure. It kept you out of trouble, right?
yeah, yeah,
Did
for
you stay
sure.
out of trouble as a kid? Were you a little bit of a troublemaker?
I was like as a like high school, I was like I was one of those kids. I hung out with everyone, the rough crowd. Like I was like kind of cool with everyone. And like I'd say I was always a good kid, but one time I was hanging out with some rough people. But like I was always a good kid, but like I like I said I'm like I never judge people, and I'm always like sometimes like yeah, that just like I hung out with some rough people at one point, but like they were all great people, but like
Hmm.
it was just like a life that I didn't want to go down. But
I can relate with that. I understand that for sure. Well, let's see. I got some good questions here. I want to keep rolling, but do we have any questions coming in, Nick,
Yeah,
that we want to
we
get
got
to?
we got smoked out barbecue. You mentioned the automotive industry. What did you do there?
Ooh, good question. Wanted to know that.
so that's more like logistics and like I work for like uh, basically just working with car companies and they're like logistics and stuff, just like parts distribution is so boring. But it's like before I was doing the advertising and photography, and I just wanted like a job where I was like, man, one day I gotta like save up. The photography thing isn't cutting it. So yeah, the automotive thing is just like basically logistics for like a few different big car companies, and it's like
Awesome. So
literally
you were working direct with the manufacturers, not so
yeah,
much like dealers, right? But with
both.
manufacturers.
Both. So I'm the middleman, like in
Oh,
between.
sweet.
But so it's pretty, you know, like yeah, it's a fun job. It's cool, but like my passion, I gotta get that creativity going, and hopefully the dine with done thing. That's where I'm putting all my driving force into that and seeing where it goes.
Well, I'll tell you, dude, it definitely shows, right? You can see someone's passion through their product, right? If that makes sense. And the end result, what you produce, it's incredible. Absolutely top tier quality. And so you can tell it's something that you really, really enjoy doing.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah, for
appreciate it.
sure. I love every time it's impossible to scroll past something that you make, man. That's for sure. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me on that, you know. If you're scrolling and you see something that you're out there doing, yeah, you're gonna stop and check that out.
I appreciate that. And like going back to where this all started was like watching you guys and like all the crew that you guys hang out with.
Hmm.
Like I see you guys all hanging out. And I'm like, uh, like what really made me start my Dine with Dine was uh, TFTI.
Yeah.
Followed him for like a year and a
Yeah.
half, and I was just like, first I wanted to start a YouTube. Then I was like, I'm just gonna start an Instagram. Like I was so inspired by his content. I was like, he's probably one of my favorites. Like his content, I was like, I'm just gonna create. And he was like like I only had like 100 followers, and he followed me back. That blew my mind. I was like, what? I was like, now I have to make some good content because like,
I definitely know what you mean there, brother. I know what you mean. Tone's definitely been a big influence for a lot of people, man. You see it not only in the quality of people's work, you see it in the presentation. Um, and I'm lucky enough. He's a local guy, as a matter of fact. He also lives here in the Bay, and he's just a fucking sweetheart of a gentleman. I don't think people really know. He's incredibly humble, super, super, like. He's just focused. He's laser focused, and he seems to be a really good guy. I've been lucky enough to get to know him a little bit more and more over the time, and I'll make sure I tell him tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow, and I'll tell him he came up in conversation today was a big piece of inspiration for you for sure.
100%, man. Like that's awesome. Yeah, and like I can tell, like he's like it comes across in his work because it's flawless. Like
Hmm.
as someone that's into like film and stuff, it's like two talent. He has two crazy talents. Like he's flawless. Like whenever I watch his stuff, there's nothing like he's just never slips, man. He's just always killing it. Like
That's for sure, bro. And if you when you see him in motion too, it's seamless. He just goes, it's clean, calm, collected. I'm hectic. If I'm out here filming, it's a little bit hectic for me. You know what I mean? And I've seen some other guys there. Some people are hectic. I see someone working behind the scenes, and it's like, oh, thank God, it's not just me. But then there's other guys like Heatstroke, smooth as hell too. Tone was smooth as hell, man. You see him doing his thing, and I think it's reps. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
reps. Just the more reps you get, the more at ease you are with what you're doing. Everything starts coming second nature. You know the angles you're going for. You got your lighting dialed. You got your spots that you like to be in and film in, and man, that's pretty cool that we all share that same influence. Who are some of the other guys that you look up to? Maybe, well, I know. Tell me this. Tell me who are some of the guys that you feel are underrated. Give some shine to some of the people that you
oh
feel
man,
maybe aren't getting as much shine as they deserve yet.
there's so many that I don't even know where to start. Like
Yeah,
it's such a talented community, and the way the algorithm works is honestly like that's a whole nother conversation. But some of my like honestly, Heat Stroke, man. Like
yeah.
he followed me really in the early days of my diner done, and I was like mind blown. Like you guys are all like way ahead of me. I'm like like he you all your talent. Like you're killing it with the pizza. You're killing it with the barbecue. You're killing it with like on the flat top. I'm like all I have is a pellet grill. Like I'm like I got so much to
Mhm.
learn, and
I
I'd say
appreciate
like
it, man.
heat stroke. Who else? Like there's so like smoking with Ty is another one that just
Yeah,
really inspired me. Like his video, I like that his videos were just so like it's a
it
vibe. Like he's
is.
just like having a good time.
He's
Like
so chill. That's what I get out of his footage too. His content is just so chill. He's just a regular ass, cool ass dude. You know what I mean? I remember the first time I saw his content, I was like, I want to hang out with this dude.
100%, man. I hope I get to meet him. He's like he's still pretty far like from me. Like
It is, right? Yeah. Yeah. And he's a busy man, man. He works hard. Ty works very, very hard. He's got a young family too. He's also recently married as well. He was recently married. He's got a couple of young kids too. So, it's cool to see that he still finds the time to get out there and put together some content. But I can't glaze over Heat Stroke, right? You mentioned Heat Stroke, and I'm telling you the thing. Yeah, his content's dope, and he cooks on everything. But you gotta taste it, man. Heat Stroke's food is unbelievable, man. And he's one of the guys that like he's an instant hit for everyone. I like to have parties over here. I like to have people over and we all cook together and stuff. But it's like it's a ongoing, hey, is heat stroke coming? Hey, is heat stroke coming? Is heat stroke
I
coming?
appreciate you.
Everyone loves his food, man. Top to bottom, pizzas, grilling, everything he produces is just so good.
that's like
Thank you,
so
gentlemen. I appreciate it.
man. I'm
Thank you.
I'm working on coming out to seeing you guys, and I just know I'm gonna be in like a food coma. Like taste testing, like it's gonna be dangerous, but it's gonna be delicious. Like
it
where so my question is like how often do you guys all get together and like cook and like just have a good time?
Man, that's a good question. Honestly, I guess the cheesy answer is just as often as possible, right? I throw two parties a year over here, like a barbecue party. This year, tomorrow I added a third one, so this will be I'm gonna do 3 big barbecue parties this year. But we try to do it. I'd say, what would you say, Nick? At least once every couple of months. I'd like it to be a little bit more often, but it seems like maybe on average it's probably once every couple of months. But we're always
That's
doing
about
something. If
right.
it's not everyone together, it's usually one of us is out there trying to help someone else out. Whether someone's got a catering gig, someone's got a pop up going on, we're always out there lending a hand. I have my shows where I go out and I sell Big Unk, and these guys all come. Like all of my boys. Nick has come several times, given a handout, helped out. I mean, these guys are tremendous. I'll tell you right now, I don't brag about much. I don't say that. You'll never hear me say Big Unk is the best or anything like that. But I will tell you, my support group is the best out there. No one has a support group like I do. I'm so blessed and proud of to have the people that I have in my corner with me. And so, yeah, as often as possible, for sure. You know.
It resonates through like social media. I can see you guys are like a force to me. Right? Like it's like, and it's so cool. It's like if I didn't know any better and I didn't start to get to know all you guys, like I would have thought you guys like have been friends forever. Like
Dude.
you guys have, and like I've heard a few people like they only met over the last couple of years through the barbecue. But I would have thought all like your whole network would have like I thought you guys all knew each other and grew up together or something like.
No, not at all. Like kind of the same story that you're painting right here. Just a couple years tops, you know what I mean? We're all kind of going down that same exact path that you're on. I know you say that we're all up here compared to where you're starting. We're all right there with you. No one's above anybody. And if you think that you're above somebody, like you're not in the you're not in the circle. You know what I mean? That's just weird behavior.
Yeah.
Everyone's out here just having a good time, cooking together, sharing, giving each other tips, lending each other hands. I think the biggest takeaway I have when everyone gets together and we cook together is how well it all goes down. Everyone helps everybody. No one gets in anybody's way. There's no fumbles. There's no flops. Everything just it works well. And I think it goes to show that it's because everyone that's doing this, everyone that we're surrounding ourselves with, are incredibly passionate about what they're doing. And I mean, listen, we could be doing so many other things, but this is something that we've all found. Yeah, that's that caveman shirt, bro. This is something that we've all found to share a passion together. And most of us, I ask the question to just about everyone, why do you like to cook? Is it because your family loves your cooking and you love feeding them and getting their feedback, or is it because you love feeding everyone else? And it's all like common denominator. Everyone loves feeding other people, getting their reactions from everyone. So when you get together and you have like a big group barbecue or a big cook off, everyone's just like, what? That's the best I've ever. Oh, that's the best I've ever. Oh, that's incredible. And it's just rewarding. It's so rewarding.
100%. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful thing, man. Like I was gonna say another one of my favorites is Jeremy.
Oh, dude. Camp West Barbecue is
Like
not.
he,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say his content is also like I wish he had his own TV show. Like I can't get enough of his content. Like he's one of my favorites. I think. Like
Dude, hands down, I say the same thing. I feel the exact same way, man. He is leagues ahead of where I'm hoping to be. You know what I mean? I hope I land halfway to where he's at. You know what I mean? I noticed it from the very first time I ever saw him. It's not like I've seen a meteoric rise. No, he was already there, killing it, crushing. And as a person, he's a better human being than he is a content creator. He's just ultimately a blessing of a man.
I can tell. Like I just that's the thing. It's like man, I'm so excited to meet all you guys. Like it's like crazy.
Well, when the time is right, you come on out, man. We're gonna welcome you with open arms. You got a good spot to stay. We got plenty of stuff to do out here. Obviously, we'll throw down and we'll cook together, but we'll go crush some beers together. We'll go hit some golf balls. We maybe
All right.
maybe you'll play guitar for us. Who knows?
I'm down for anything.
You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what? I also have another question. So
Yeah,
when did you like when did like for this is for both of you, like when
yeah,
did you guys start posting food content?
yeah.
Like
Good question. Nick, you take that first, and then I'll finish up the answer.
Okay. So I probably started a few years ago originally, but it was just like pictures, and it was food that was already done. Like, hey, I made this today, and here, let me post it. Right. I was never fully invested into it, and then I watched Tone. I follow Tone, and I watched like his rise and what he was doing, and it was pretty cool. And then Papa Dan's Barbecue. That's one of my good friends, and he's been a friend of mine for a long time. He encouraged me to start about I want to say about a year and a half ago, maybe close to 2 years ago now. Time flies when you're having fun. Um, but yeah, and I started filming with my phone. I've never really filmed anything at all. So most of them were like really high shots, trying to, figure everything out and just kind of little by little, just repetition kept posting, 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 posting. I try to post, a few times a week. And, after, you know, a few hundred posts, you kind of develop your own type of style, whatnot. And kind of keeps you going. And like we've been talking about before, just the group and the encouragement from everybody, it's just it's an energy, right? So makes you want to keep on chucking along.
Absolutely. And then me myself, I've been cooking for a very, very long time. I've been out on my own since I was 15 years old. So I was a sophomore in high school living out on my own. I had to learn how to cook at a young age, and I had encouragement from all my friends for a long time. Oh man, you make the best burgers I've ever had. You make the best ribs I've ever had. You make the best this or that, right? Um, and so I kind of got hit with that bug of feeding people a very long time ago. I'd say probably 15 years ago or so is when like I was confident in what I was doing enough to like, you know what, let me do the grilling on this camping trip. You know what I mean? Um, and I would occasionally just like kind of post a couple pictures here and there of what I was cooking, what I was grilling. Maybe I was experimenting with something. I would post something. It wasn't until I was getting ready to launch Big Unk that I started actually kind of doubling down on filming full content for it as opposed to just shooting photos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's been, coming up on 2 years, almost 2 years now. That's it. It hasn't been too long. Um, and I've had a blast with it. I'm still learning. I'm still very young in it. I'm still wet behind the ears. I'm still trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can, and I always want to do better. I feel like I'm one of the guys that has a ton of room for improvement, when it comes to my content. I feel my food is better than my content, and I need to get my content to the same level of confidence as my food, if that makes sense.
that makes sense, but at the end of the day, the food is the number one because you're not faking it.
Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
food's
Yeah.
real, like, and it comes through. Like, and like when I watch your content, I'm like, man, like I know it's gonna be delicious. Like when you're throwing down on your new, like you get that new
Yeah.
grill, the chart. Like I'm like, like it's just a vibe, and I can just tell you're passionate about what you do, and like I just know, like when I come eat with you guys, I'm gonna eat the best I've ever ate. Like,
Oh, dude, I hope so. I hope you enjoy it, man. I really
and I was gonna
do.
say, your rubs,
Yeah.
like my wife and I, like she'll tell it straight. This is her favorite, like Old Smoky, her number one favorite out of all the ones like she's ever
No
tried.
way.
This one we were trying this today. This one's like she loves it,
Did she?
and I'm
Awesome.
not lying. I wouldn't go out of my way to like lie
Oh,
about that. She loves
for
it.
sure. Means a lot to me, brother. Means a lot to me. I it's something I've been super passionate about for a long time. I had a ton of encouragement for a long time. People have been telling me for years and years and years, you need to do something with this. You need to do something with this. And for the longest time I was hesitant to ultimately release my recipes, right? I felt like this was like my secret. This is why people like my food. This is why they like it. um And ultimately I released the products. I kind of slow rolled it a little bit, so to speak, and the response has been amazing. Like I said, when it comes down to my support system, I have had the most support. I've got so much love. The feedback has been incredible. I'm so blessed. I'm so proud that you all, love love it as much as I do. So thank you. It never gets old hearing that, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah, like I can't wait to try all the other flavors, and I can't wait to try this too.
Oh,
Tell
dude, the Max
me-
Payne. I hope you like that. Now you know what that is, right? That's Max Payne is a
Yeah,
UFC fighter. He's a local
yeah, yeah,
fighter.
yeah.
We collaborated together to put that out on the market, and I hope you enjoy it, man. It's different from most other hot sauces. It's not going to knock your socks off if you're like a big heat junkie. That's not really my style. I'm not really into the hottest of the hottest type of stuff.
Me too.
I know Mendoza, if you're still in here, I know that that's a big bummer for you because he's a spice lord for sure. But like that's why I love yours too, brother. Oh, we lost him. He'll be back. But while
He'll be back.
he's getting connected, I want you guys to all understand Dine with Dunn actually has his own hot sauce as well. This is incredible. Garlic heavy. This tastes incredible. This is something that I would happily feed to all of my family, my friends. This stuff is awesome right here. Hope you guys can get you some. Getting them back in here, boys.
All right, we got
Yes,
some
you
questions too, so let's get some
Mendoza.
questions
You need
going.
one? I got one for you. You
Sorry,
come.
guys.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
we
kicked
were just.
out. I got kicked out for a second.
Don't worry about that. We were just giving you your flowers on this Dine with Done hot sauce as well, brother. This is a absolute banger as well, man. Kind of in the same realm of what I'm talking about. Me not being a major spice lord, it's always like it's kind of hit or miss when it comes to hot sauces because a lot of times people go with heat first and put flavor second. But I tried to go flavor first, heat second, and I feel like you did a perfect mix of both with this one. Not too hot at all, and very very flavorful.
So my friends, Chetty's hot sauce. We
Yeah,
collabed and
yeah,
we made the Dino Done one, which is more of like a garlic forward sauce.
yes,
But I wanted
sir.
to make it like, yeah, like the same thing you're saying, like not I didn't want to make it crazy hot, and I wanted to make it more of a sauce you could add into other sauces, or like it's a pretty vinegar heavy sauce, so I wanted it to be
Hmm.
like uh, I wanted to complement like meat, mate, like fatty meat. So like it's not like yeah, I don't know. I just like we were messing around with different recipes, and I wanted to pair it with like wings or rib, and we got another sauce in the
Do,
works, but
do
this was
you?
a little fun one. Like they should get all the credit. Like they're like my friend, he's been doing this hot sauce thing for like I think since 2006 or something.
Oh, nice.
So it's just been like this like we made this like a year ago, so like he taught me a lot about making sauces and stuff. So
There you
big
go.
up.
Well, it's incredible, brother. It's incredible. Just like this is that's what I was telling people. I think you missed out, but I was mentioning that it's pretty garlic heavy, garlic forward, I should say. You're gonna find the same thing with mine. It's also vinegar based hot sauce that's heavy on the black pepper. I'm not you're not gonna have I'm not gonna have any habanero or ghost pepper in anything I produce. Sorry, Mendoza. It's just not my I gotta like it first. You follow what I'm saying? It's probably not the right move. I should probably be focusing on the masses. But I like to produce what I like the most.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
So we've
So we
got
got
some
a
questions that came in too. Go ahead, Heat Stroke.
so we got JJF Cartography. Ask Steven if he remembers if his first recipe was guacamole.
Mm.
That was one of the first one. Like my very first recipe, I literally thought no one was ever gonna watch, and it was just a reverse seared like big thick ribeye steak, and it was like no one's gonna fucking watch this. And then guacamole was one of like, cause that like, I've been making guacamole for my friends since like we were like in like our young 20s. We're having parties, and I'd just be like, let's make some guacamole, and like everyone loved it. It's pretty basic, but I'm proud
No,
of it. You know, that's
no,
like,
nothing basic about guacamole. Everyone loves it, bro. If you know what I mean, you put together something that the people enjoy, man. You know, that's like saying hamburgers are basic, or you know what I mean. Like everyone loves them.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I
Indeed,
actually
indeed.
learned my. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that that recipe I actually learned from my friend from Costa Rica.
Oh,
So I don't
sick.
know, like if it's that specific recipe is just his personal thing or whatever, but
Hmm.
uh, like he made it for me at a party, and then I took it to all my friends, and then a few of them took it to their friends. It's a pretty good recipe.
Anything stand out in it? Is there anything that's different other than like your basic
I think it's just
avocado?
all the fresh ingredients.
Yeah,
Like I said, it's like it's basic, but I think it's just the mixture of all the fresh ingredients,
yeah.
and
Quality
you can put your own.
first.
Yeah, 100%.
What other questions
All right.
we got, Nick? I know I
So
keep seeing a bunch of them pop up here
yeah,
for you.
we got Mendoza. What's Dunn's most underrated recipe?
Ooh,
That's another good question because the videos that get the most love are the ones I least expect to get
isn't that
the love.
weird?
Like the ones I'm like, this tastes the best, and just get no love on Instagram. That's a good question. What was a recent one that I've done that I was like, uh,
I know mine off the hand, off the top. Right while you're thinking about
okay,
it, my my
let's
beef
go.
rib pizza, man. I made a beef rib pizza. I put so much into that. That was such a long cook. I poured my heart into that, and no one gave a shit. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, if only you guys tried this. This was some of the best, some of the best food I've ever made. The best beef ribs. They wound up on a pizza. Pizza came out perfect. No one cared. Nobody cared.
Man, I would have appreciated it. I would have
Yeah.
come over and I'd have helped you eat the whole thing, man. Uh, I think mine was I made these like Reuben egg rolls, but
Ooh.
I used short rib too. So I used like beef plate ribs that I smoked. And this recipe didn't even like, I even, when I went on TV, I brought them the Reuben egg rolls.
Oh
And
man.
they thought they were like so amazing, but like that part got cut out from TV.
Oh no.
I was like, well, that recipe, I guess. And then like later on, like I see other people doing it. Like it's not like it's. I didn't make that recipe up by no means, but like I guess when I did it, just no one gave a shit.
It wasn't the right time, man. The
Yeah.
people weren't ready for him. That's what it is, right?
I would have killed him. I would have
Yeah,
ate probably the whole batch.
for sure.
Um,
Do
we
you
got
have one, Nick? What about an underrated recipe for you?
underrated recipe for me. Um, I would say the those the chicken bacon ranch smashed taco. I feel like that was something that was real. It was out there. It did okay, but I feel like not enough people did that. And I mean, I'm also a sucker for CBR, so
Yeah.
it might just be me. But
I,
you know,
I got one more.
Yeah,
I
what
did
is it?
quesadillas with that when I did the Big Unk Old Smoky on the chicken.
Yeah.
That was the best chicken I've ever made in my life.
No
Like I
way.
did that on the master bill with charcoal, and your rub, super simple. Me and my wife were just the chicken is like that's the first time I've ever made chicken that good. And then we put in the quesadilla. That was the best quesadilla I've ever made. That video flopped, like because everyone was just like, it's just a quesadilla with chicken in it.
I loved it, bro. I loved it. I'm always flattered when I see people like you know, make content with my products. I'm so flattered. Hold on one second. I'm a side note real quick. My boy Rob right here. He's my one of my childhood friends. This man used to live with me back when my son was born. Rob, I know the 21st is your birthday. Happy birthday, brother. Just shoot me a DM with your address. You don't need to buy shit. I'm gonna send you everything. So you can have everything you need, man. Happy birthday, brother. Good to see you. Go ahead. Sorry
Uh,
about that, guys.
so we had Maison had a question. What's your least favorite food?
Woo, good question too.
I'm like the least picky person you've ever like. I love food and I devour all food in sight. Like that's a good question. It has to be something super weird that like 99% of the world wouldn't like anyways. Like because I like stuff that people are like weirded out by. Like I like everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Um,
What about on the opposite end then? What's like the weirdest food that you like that most people don't like?
um,
This guy
like
said
I
chitlins.
love oysters.
Oh
I
yeah.
always get like shit for eating oysters. Like some people
What?
love them. Some
Yeah.
people, okay, like I say, 99. Like all my friends love them, but then there'll be the odd person that will just give me shade. They'll be like disgusted that I want oysters, or but yeah, like oysters are good. What would be something that most people would think is weird? Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie, like. I like pretty much everything, and I'll have to. That's another one I'll have to think about. I got to come back to that
No
one.
worries. I'm pretty picky. I would say I'm probably one of the most picky eaters. I don't eat mushrooms at all. If it's got mushroom, I can't fuck with it. I can't pick them out. I can't even smell mushrooms cooking. It
They
bothers me.
don't even
And then
taste like anything.
bro, it tastes like garbage. Mushrooms taste like garbage to me. But I don't, and also I don't like sour cream, mayonnaise. Yeah, not my
I,
thing, dude.
I bring homemade ranch to the events and he doesn't eat it.
You won't like my newest recipe, then.
I'm not gonna like it, huh?
Covered in sour cream.
Is it?
My wife's kind of the same way. She was like, "You just ruined it." That's what she's saying.
I try, man. Every once in a while, I try. I always like to do that, right? Because as I've gotten older, I think the same for everyone. Your taste change a little bit. You know what I mean? As you grow.
Yeah.
So like I used to not like onions. I used to not like peppers, but I love them now, right? I cook almost everything with peppers and onions in it. But mushrooms, no matter how many times I try to go back, I can't do it. Sour cream, can't do it. Like beef stroganoff, people love beef stroganoff. I can't fuck with it at all, dude.
One of my
Oh yeah, Rob, wait till you
favorites.
see me gag. Yeah, for sure. It's bad. It's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
Salute to you, Rob. I love you, brother. Miss you. But what else? What about some of your guilty pleasures, brother? Outside of the cooking stuff, like this is something I like to know. Let people know something about you
Uh,
that you know. What's a guilty
ripping
pleasure of yours?
motorcycles like a hooligan in the streets.
Hell yes.
uh, what else? Yeah, I'd say just like being a straight up hooligan on my motorcycle. What else?
You keep it rubber side down or no?
Like I don't get into the wheelies or anything anymore. Like all my friends are doing these crazy wheelies now, and like they're just like I kind of like slowly like now that I'm a married man, I'm like I can't be doing that kind of stuff. But I still go ripping with the boys, and like we still ride pretty hard. But I'm as far as just like being like next level reckless, I'm like backing away from like doing the wheelie thing. But
Yeah.
well, I don't know, like riding motorcycles. But yeah, I'm like I'm 36 now, so I'm like kind of even like I still ride all the time, but I'm like now my favorite thing to do, man, is just like chill with the family at the cottage. Like we have a little place like not too far up north on the lake, and that's where I do all the lakefront stuff.
Oh no way. Okay,
So I
okay.
spend every chance I get up there just kicking it with my like old man and my wife and like all the neighbors. We're all just like super tight, and the Chettys, they're like neighbors with us at the cottage
Oh,
too. So
no way.
we hang out. We just all hang out and kick it and like literally just drink beers and barbecue and take the boat out for a rip. Like that's my number one thing right now. I'm looking forward
That
to.
sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. So your pop is still around, right? Obviously, then.
Yeah. He actually is a big influence on my cooking too. Like, especially with barbecue stuff. Like, he's always like making ribs and things, and so he taught me how to make ribs, and like he makes everything from scratch. So, like in my mind, I was always like, okay, you got to make things from scratch. You got to like, and like he just watching him cook, I was like, and like like I think for everybody, food is one of those things. It's like it's it brings you back to like a place, like a happy place. And for me, it's like when I'm cooking, I see people enjoy it. I'm like, man, this is like it just brings me back to like when my dad he'd like feed the whole family, and I'm like destroying ribs. I'm like, so I don't know. It's just like yeah, we try to kick it as much as possible.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. What are some of the things that he likes to cook the most? Or actually, what are the things that he likes of you that you cook the most? Does he have a favorite? Something that he asks you to make for him?
French onion soup.
Oh,
When I made that, he was on another like, especially I did it with beef short rib. He was like, "Holy shit!" And like because I prepared it, so like I think it like at my like he's getting more impatient with like or maybe I'm just getting like when I cook, I like to go low and slow all day. Like I like to just cook all day, and he's always like, it's like, what the heck, man? Like, speed it up. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, and I'm just like, come on. Like, we got like 3 more hours on the ribs. Don't worry. But he came over like a couple months ago, and I had it all ready, the French onion soup, and he just deleted it. He was just having a good time. He loved it.
that's awesome, man. That's all. Soak that all up, brother. All that family time as much as you can, man. Seriously.
100%, dude. Like all summer, that's like I said, I probably spend every other weekend hanging out with my parents at the cottage with the wife and
Oh,
just
bro.
looking at yeah.
That's
But
living, baby.
they spend the whole winter in Cabo, so I don't get to see them all winter. But I'll go kick it for a week with them there. They're retired now, and they just like they're like, yeah, no, we don't want to be in winter in Canada for the winter anymore. So
That's pretty common actually. We tend to go to Mexico pretty often. My wife loves Mexico. She loves Mexico so much she considers herself Mexican. It's funny. But when we go down there and we're down there in the winter, there's a lot of Canadians down there.
yeah,
A ton of people escape that weather and head down that way.
whereabouts in
Oh,
Mexico
dude,
do you
we
usually
go
go?
everywhere.
Really?
Cozumel, Costa Maya, Cabo, Cancun, and basically anywhere that's got a beach is where my wife wants to go. She likes to lay out on the beach. I like seeing things. But her being my wife, like we make her we got to go with her first. You know what I mean? But like I want to see ruins. I
Yeah.
want to see waterfalls. I even want to get up to Alaska. That's where I want to go. I want to go up to Alaska, stuff like that. But I got to wait till she gets tired of the beach.
No, I hear that, man. I'm the same. I like to like go out and see things. Like I'm not one to just like chill by the pool all day. Like I want to like go out and see stuff and like
For sure.
uh, that's what like yeah. Every now and then though, it's good to have a little like just trip where you're just kind of like drinking beers by the pool all day.
Yeah, for the
But
most part, soak up some culture. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
like to do. I like to soak up some
100%.
culture. That's a cool thing. So tell me, what are you cooking on? You got a Traeger, you said. What else do you have out there?
So I got a Pro, what is it, 575, I think.
Okay.
And then I got yeah, just So I got like a medium sized Traeger, and then I got a tailgater that I just travel everywhere with, and I got a master build, which I'm getting really into the charcoal these days.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple Weber kettles, which I'm loving the Weber kettles these days. Like I'm kind of going back to just like the very simplistic. And this summer, I kind of want to do a lot of open fire stuff, just like over like the fire. Like, yeah, I'm always mixing it up between the Weber kettles, sometimes the Traeger when I just want to like go inside and not like when I want to entertain
Yeah.
and not pay too much attention. I'll just get the Traeger going. But if it's a Sunday and I just feel like just being outside, I'll just get the Weber kettle going or just keep it simple. Yeah, they got a little pizza oven over there, like a little uni. Just I'm always switching it up. Just
That's what's
yeah.
up. You're one of us, brother. You're just like all of us,
I
man.
got and I got a couple more toys coming, which I'm very excited about.
Do you?
Like,
Can you talk about those or no? Not yet.
uh,
Partnership deals? Is that what it is?
I got my first partnership deal coming up, so
Oh
I don't know.
yeah,
I
dude.
guess I
Yeah.
could talk about it, but like,
Oh, maybe keep it
I'll,
in your pocket. We'll
I'll
see it
keep it in
all.
my pocket. But
Yeah.
it's my first one, and I'm
Everybody stay tuned to Dine with Dunn so you can
super
see what's coming down the pipe, baby.
super excited. But
Well, congratulations. Very well deserved, man.
thank
Very, very well deserved.
thank you, man. Yeah, it's been like a very like this whole week I've been on like cloud nine. I'm not gonna lie. And today was like the first day where everything was set in stone. And
Hmm.
then I got to end it kicking it with you guys. It's been a good day, man.
Oh, dude, I'm glad, man. Happy to have you on, man. It's an absolute honor to have you, man. I was super stoked that you wanted to come on here too, man.
I've been looking forward to this for months. I've been like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I hope everyone can be patient, man. We're booked out pretty far, so we get a lot of interest. A lot of people want to come on, and we definitely want to have all you guys on here. But we're booked out quite a ways. Where as of right now, we stopped our booking process just so that we didn't have to tell people you got to wait till August, you got to wait till September. But that's basically what we're looking at right now. You know, August and September is what we're going to open up the calendar and start booking here pretty soon.
Is it every Friday?
Every
Just
Friday for the most part. You know, obviously, Nick and I, we got families, we got stuff going on. So if we're traveling and stuff, it's not going to work. And I wouldn't do this without Nick, and I think vice versa. You know, we're going to stick with this together forever. And as long as people want to keep coming on, man, we'll keep having this show going, man. But we're stoked. We just launched on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. So wherever people like capturing this content, whether they want to watch it live, they want to interact with us here as we're doing this, or if they want to catch up later and maybe listen to it when they're in their car or throw something on in the background while they're working, you know, this is where they'll find us.
I
Oh yeah,
love it. Congrats,
Thank,
guys.
appreciate
thank you,
And I
brother.
hope it takes off because I enjoy
Do
watching.
you?
Like I look forward to it. When I was on vacation, I was like, my whole family's like kicking it. And I'm like, guys, I need an hour and a half. And I'm just watching you guys enjoying it.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. It's an
appreciate you.
absolute pleasure. This was all Heat Stroke, man. He had an amazing idea to put this forward, and you know he is the unsung hero. You know, this is what you're seeing right now. This is what I do, and most of everything else is all Nick. You know, Nick is the reason that we're on Spotify. Nick's the reason we're on Apple. Nick's the reason that this thing keeps going. You know, he is the young Jamie of the barbecue world, and I hope that this does blow up into something great just for him. You know, me, I'm gonna keep going and ride, enjoy the ride, but you know, this is his brainchild, and I'm super happy that he approached me with the opportunity. You know, that I have so much fun doing this.
I appreciate it, man. I couldn't have done it without you. Thanks for doing, taking the jump. Didn't think it would turn into what it has, but I'm happy it has.
You know what, bro? But that's such is life, man. I tell you, like most things that I go through in my life, it always pans out so, you know, so much greater than what had anticipated, you know.
Hmm. Feel it.
I want to thank you guys for creating this because I love just, I'm learning whenever you guys have a new guest,
Yeah.
like, and hearing like how they do things or just like I take away something from every episode I watch.
Oh, dude, thank you, man.
Uh,
That's awesome to
yeah.
hear.
And you
That's
also get
amazing.
to see another side of the creators and the like the pit masters, and like you get to see their like them just kicking it with you guys, kind of like.
For sure. That's the idea, you know. Nothing here is scripted, guys. Nothing's we don't like run a script back and forth. We don't give a list of questions to you guys and so that you know what we're gonna ask. Everything's kind of off the cuff, you know. The questions come off the cuff, your answers are off the cuff, and I feel like it's just more genuine. So hit that like button, subscribe, and bop 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 bop. You know the deal, guys.
So we got some more questions. Let's get some of these questions
Yeah,
in
let's
real quick.
definitely hit those.
So we had a couple different people. So we've talked about what foods we don't like, and your, what was it? Your unexpected, hero or whatever for the food. What is your favorite creation? What is the favorite thing you've ever made?
Mm.
I've ever made?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, honestly, the one I posted today,
No
those
way.
sushi bites. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but like that wasn't barbecue, and I think that's probably what I'm most passionate about. So my favorite creation, like, oh man, okay, another one that's not even barbecue related. That Cajun shrimp pasta, everyone has to try it. That, like, me and my wife make that once a week. The
Oh,
Cajun
no
shrimp
way.
pasta is like, if you like shrimp, but you can add chicken instead if you don't. But like that is one of the, like, I could eat that every day. Like,
Sorry, I'm pouring a beer, y'all. I'm listening.
what else?
I know I look like I wasn't paying attention. The Cajun shrimp pasta sounds amazing.
That's probably one of my favorite things I've ever made. But I'm like a big seafood guy, so. Uh, but I'm also not picky.
Hmm.
One of my favorite things to cook is like like oh, I think a lot of people love to cook tomahawk steaks or ribeye steaks or prime rib. Like that's my
Yes.
one of my favorite, especially on the Traeger with this, like, or any kind of smoker with like a reverse sear. That smoke, the way it just takes that flavor. Um,
So hard to beat that, isn't it?
like I'm a big beef guy too. Like, I don't know, like,
Is your wife too?
honestly,
Your wife enjoyed beef
oh,
primarily, or
she's the least picky eater. Little things like sour cream but like she'll go toe to toe with me like at the dinner table any day. Like I'm always surprised. She's like eating just as much as I am, and she likes everything. I'm like,
oh, that's awesome.
I got pretty lucky because like I love food, and that's another thing that like brought us together. So like before I was cooking, uh, like right like before COVID, me and my wife would go out and we're just foodies. We'd go to we were living downtown Toronto. We'd go to all these different restaurants, like all different types of food every weekend. And then like all of a sudden there's like these lockdowns, and we're like, okay, I'm not gonna let this ruin our eating. We're gonna still eat good. So then that's when I got into the cooking
Oh
again.
yeah.
I was always into cooking, so we started cooking a lot. My wife was like, we were having the best time. Just like I'm just like learning how to cook like new things all the time, and it was always like big hunks of meat of some sort. But we're like in a little condo, so all we have is a little oven, and
Okay.
I'm making the best out of it. And then eventually, I was like, we moved back out to the country where I'm from, like near the lake, and then that's when I bought my first Traeger and first like Weber kettle and like all this like I bought my yeah, that's all I had. And we were just like, now we can barbecue. And then
That's
that's when,
awesome.
yeah. So like both of us are both like, she's down for anything, I'm down for anything. We're both down for food.
That's cool. That's cool. How long were you guys together before you got married?
About 5
Oh,
years.
okay. So yeah, so you guys have been together for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, we lived together for like 3 years, and we're in a little small condo downtown Toronto, and I told her we got to get it. Like it's fun like when you can walk to like a Jays game or like a hockey game or like a concert or like and the food and like Toronto's food is it's a good foodie city. Like there's so many good restaurants. A lot of my friends are restaurant owners. So it's like I love living down there, but like I'm a small town guy at heart. Like I need to like no traffic. I'm not down with the traffic. I'm not down with the like I like when I go to bed at night, it's like dead
Yeah,
quiet, like a barbecue I can use, like just little things like that that you can't get in the city.
for sure. Is there any like single family homes in like that downtown area of Toronto, or is it all condos and
There
stuff
are
like
a lot
that?
of cool old
Are there?
houses. There's a lot of cool spots, but Toronto's so expensive. It's
It is, right?
like a tiny little house is like $2 million, like
Damn.
Canadian. But like that's still a lot. Like there's no way the like unless you're like really rich, like and it's not only that. It's just like these places are like if you want like a big house there, it's like next to impossible. But they're all like for the most part, like it's just there's condos, older houses. Like you might as well just move 45 minutes north and like you could have an entire like big house for the same price as a little tiny condo downtown kind of thing.
Yeah, it just makes much more sense, right? Financially.
Yeah,
Yeah, those guys, the old money makes sense to stay out there, right?
it's
If you
all
bought
old.
cheap and then it's gone up, right? But it's really hard to justify. Even if you have the money, right? Even if you have the money, it doesn't make much sense going out and buying something for 2 million if it's not gonna continue to climb, right? If you know that it's only gonna kind of stay stagnant or possibly reduce from there, it's hard to justify spending that money. You always got to be like fiscally responsible, right?
100%, especially like I want to say at our age, but like it's not like we're like super young or anything, but still we're like it's yeah, like living in Toronto right now, like I don't know, it's if you're single for sure.
Oh
If
yeah.
like and like I know some young families that are loving it. Like I can see us doing that, but like I'm like a weird hybrid. I love the city life and I love the country life. But
Mhm.
like I'm like am I like I'm more I like I'm in bed by like 10:30. Like I'm like that guy. Like I'm not going out staying out late. Like I'm more of a let's go day drinking guy if I am going out in the city. But like I just miss like the walking to like a baseball game or the food. The food is like any kind of food you could ever imagine, you can either go out and get it or have it ordered to your door. Like where I live now, it's all just like bar and grills, and that's it. And
That's it.
like
Yeah.
it's like a bunch of bar and grills. Like I can go for wings. I love wings, so I'm not complaining. But like, there's not like a lot of culture like where I live right now.
Yeah.
But I
But
do
in
love it.
in Toronto it is, right? It's a big melting pot, right?
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Any kind
it's
of
similar to the Bay Area from what I've heard.
yeah, yeah. It's just like you name it, you can find it. Like any kind of food, and there's like
Hmm.
little pockets of everything. Like you can find anything there.
What are some of your like favorite cultural foods, right? You like Indian food? You like Chinese food? You like Thai? What is it
A
that you
lot
like?
of like Thai is one of my favorite foods.
Hmm.
Vietnamese is one of my favorite foods. Uh, Thai, Vietnamese, Caribbean,
Oh,
like Jamaican
yes.
food, like jerk chicken and stuff. Like Toronto has a lot of huge influence
Really?
from Jamaica, like a
No
big.
way.
Oh yeah. Uh, so some of the like, there's some. I'm talking some of the best like jerk chicken and like my wife's background's Jamaican, so her mom's making me like some of the best Jamaican food I've ever
Oh,
had.
that's
Or like some
awesome.
of these restaurants that are downtown, like, and that's one thing that I definitely can't find in Keswick. But luckily, like when the mother-in-law comes, she brings me like all kinds of food. That'll last me like a week. Like, but yeah, a bit of everything. There's a few good barbecue joints, believe it or not. Like that's the thing we lack. There's not a lot of good barbecue in like the ones that are around are really good, but it's not like in the States where you guys have a lot of like
We
I
do.
don't
There's
know
a
where you guys are, but like I just know like all my friends down south, they just got like they're in barbecue heaven. Like
there probably is more down in the south where we're at out here. I mean, I don't say cock like being cocky or anything, but I feel like a lot of times you're probably better off just making it yourself here, where we're at. You know,
yeah,
if you're in Texas, obviously you're gonna get some killer barbecue. If you're in Kansas City, you're gonna get killer barbecue. But I'd say right here where we're at in the Bay Area in California, I don't know, Nick. Would you agree? I think it's the main ethnic food that we're gonna have here is gonna be a cross between Mexican food is very heavy. We have a huge Mexican and Hispanic population as a whole. Uh, Indian food is real heavy in the Bay Area. Bay Area is really Indian centric, just Asian centric as a whole, right? So you
Hmm.
get a lot of Indian food, Thai food, Chinese food in the Bay Area, and not too many like world renowned barbecue places. There's Horn Barbecue in Oakland, obviously. All respect to him, but for the most part, we're not that dense with barbecue. Believe it or not, not out here. You know.
I was like shocked at how many of like you guys doing all the barbecue content. It's like Bay Area, Bay. Like there's
Yeah.
so many of you guys and like when I first followed all of you guys, I had no idea you guys were all like. There's a lot of you guys that live close together, which is cool. But it makes sense too because the same here. Like maybe that's what drew me into barbecues because like you can't find a lot of barbecue. Like there are some good spots, but it's gonna be pricey and there's like half of them are lined up at the door and you can't like you got to make reservations like weeks in
Exactly.
advance like and there's not that many so just makes you
Yeah.
want to make your own barbecue.
Exactly right. I think that's what it comes down to. Like they're few and far between, and I don't mean any disrespect. We there's killers out here. There's uh Big Vic's. Vic has his barbecue spot that's in Turlock. We got barbecue from the curb. He kind of went out there and created his own as well. There's some great barbecue, but it's really not as dense, right? You'll have 30 incredible authentic Mexican restaurants to one decent barbecue place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, see, Mendoza, you're even mentioning it. Horn did burn down. Horn Barbecue in Oakland actually did burn down. So we lost one of the good ones, one of the greats. But yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Little sidetrack here. Do you remember the last movie you went and saw at the movie theater?
Me, yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't been to the movies in like probably 10 years.
No
Yeah.
way.
I used to be a movie buff. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like as a kid, it'd be the sunniest day outside and I'd be like trying to go see a movie and like I don't know, like the older I got, the less like into movies I got. Like now I just watch randomly on a Sunday. Like if it's sunny outside, I'm outside. There's no way I'm gonna be watching a movie. But winter just passed, so I watched a few good movies. It's always like the movie you'd least expect. Like I'm always just scrolling, and like that's another thing. Like it's like there's so many options out there. I don't even know what to go watch anymore. But
Yeah, I think you're right, right? It's gotten oversaturated, right? It's a little bit hard to find something good. We haven't been to the movie in a long time either. Yeah, Mendoza's right. I end up falling asleep nowadays. I was a massive movie buff too. I have an insane collection of movies. I don't even want to say how many movies because usually people say, "Yeah, I'm a big movie collector. I got so many. I got like 200 movies." And it's like I got
Oh,
200
you
on
got a
a
lot.
shelf. You know what I mean? That's just one shelf.
I got something you're gonna get excited about.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So this Halloween, okay, so like I'm huge into horror movies. Like when I was
Sick.
a kid, I was like a crazy like little Freddy Krueger kid, man. When I met my stepmom, dude, my parents took me out to this bar and like a little restaurant, bar and grill. And I'm sitting there drawing pictures of Freddy Krueger, and I'm like a 5-year-old. My stepmom's like, "What the fuck?" But anyways, so like I was big into like horror movies, and this Halloween I just got inspired to start collecting VHS tapes, but all
Oh,
these horror.
sick.
And like it's just the most random thing. Like I've never collected anything in my life,
Hmm.
and that's just what I started collecting. And I don't tell many people about it because it's kind of like nerdy. But I'm like, yeah, I got a little VHS collection going of like random horror
Are
movies,
they, and
like
they're all horror or
Friday
what?
Friday the 13th, like Halloween, like all the classics.
Sick.
Uh,
Do you have a VCR to
yeah,
watch them on, or do you just collect
I
them?
that took me a while to track down too.
You can't even plug that into a new TV. You got to have an old TV, right?
Dude, I got
Almost.
lucky. I got this one flat screen. It works, and that flat screen's not going anywhere now.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I actually started collecting. I started collecting the old clamshell Disney movies on VHS a while ago. And then one year for Christmas, just because my mom, she loved all those. She used to always get them for us. So one year for Christmas, I gave her, and one of her gifts was all the Disney VHS. Right, well, that's what we had growing up. She always
Yeah,
had them, and I don't remember when she had to get rid of them, but she had to get rid of them at a certain point. So I kind of hooked moms up with all
that's
those Disney VHSs.
that's awesome, man, dude. I
Yeah,
love that. My buddy, he kept a bunch of Disney VHSs, and him and his kid watch them.
no way. See,
His kid loves them. He
dude, it's
loves.
hard. It's hard to beat them, man. My kids, I don't know. I think my kids are a little bit different. I try having my kids watch something old, and they're like, "Dad, I can tell this is from the 1900s." You know what I mean? They're quick to turn it off if it doesn't have like CGI. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
my kids are cool as hell. They're so fun, but they don't have any patience for history.
How old are your kids?
My son, my firstborn is 16. That's Mason, and then my youngest son is 11. He'll be 12 here in a little bit.
Nice, man.
Good kids, man. They love cooking. They're gonna be cooking tomorrow too. We got the Big Unk Bash, the 420 edition coming tomorrow, so they're gonna be out here cooking for people. They got the same bug that I do, man. They love cooking for people more than like cooking for themselves. But it's awesome because every once in a while, right? I've got my career too. I don't just do Big Unk. I have my career too.
Mhm.
So like every once in a while, I'll be tied up. My wife will be tied up. They see that we're busy, and my oldest son or my younger son will just come up and they'll be like, "Dad, I'll cook dinner tonight," and they'll just literally make dinner for us. It's amazing. It's hard to beat that feeling.
That's a beautiful thing watching your like the thing you made like and now they're making food and you're enjoying it.
For
That must be a good feeling.
For sure, man. Like this is one of those hobbies that I have that it really resonates with them. It's not like a selfish hobby. Like you mentioned the bikes. I'm a big car guy. I guess I say I used to be a big car guy. I don't spend too much time doing it anymore, but it was something that I loved, and I would just kind of drag them around to. You know what I mean? They weren't really a part of it. They couldn't do anything with it, but when it comes to the cooking, they absolutely love it. They love feeding people. They love cooking for people. They love the reactions. And man, I'm telling you, man, they sometimes they cook stuff better than I do. You know what I mean? Like I don't cook wings when people are coming over because my son can kill it on some wings. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I love that video of I saw a video of is it Booyah
oh
Barbecue
yeah,
of your
booyah, eating my
son,
boys' wings.
and he's like teaching them the little trick with the one.
I know
It's like
exactly what you're talking about.
it's
Yeah,
moments like that, yeah, and like I'm watching that, and you probably don't even realize that like the world's watching this. Such a cool thing to
it
watch.
was it was an amazing feel good moment, bro. It really was. Like, and thank you to Booyah. I saw you were in here earlier. I don't know if you're still in here. but that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot to me for sure. Because like that, obviously, that's something he's really well known for. Um, Tone TFTI, he had come over for one of the parties too. My son made him some wings. Same thing, man. Tone tried his wings. He enjoyed them, and like that. That feels amazing. You'll see one day if you guys have kids and it's something you want to do. Like when you get to pass on your passion to them and they shine with it. It's freaking incredible, man. It's hard to beat those feelings.
Yeah, man.
Where are you at right now? Are you in your garage or are you in like a man cave?
I'm
Where are you at right now?
I'm in the garage
You
right
are,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, like
I can
the weather was kind of getting warmer, so I was like, it's still a little like okay. Like earlier on, I could be outside, but I was like, all right, I'll go to the garage. It's in between.
there you
I
go.
had a little set up in like my man cave upstairs, and it was just like, ah, I know I got to be a little more closer to outside.
There you go. I feel that. Well, can you do me a favor and extend a massive thank you to your wife for the support from all of us, man? Because I know being married, right? Our wives are like the unsung heroes, you know? They're doing so much behind the scenes. They rarely get the shine and the acknowledgement for what they do to help us produce what we're producing. So make sure you thank her for one, not only taking care of the household while you're here with us right now, but also for everything that you do because like you're an absolute stud, a killer, and I know that like you can't do that alone. So make sure you extend the thanks from all of us to her as well.
I will, man. I will,
For
100%.
sure.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate having you on.
We got
It's
we got questions. We
yeah,
got some
let's
questions still.
hit those
Let's
questions.
get
Let's
those
hit those
questions.
questions.
All right, so we got that guy barbecue. So you talked about earlier what kind of got you into cooking more, but what made you start sharing on IG?
Uh, oh, that's a good story, actually. So I had my personal Instagram, and I'd post pictures all the time to my story, and like 50% of my friends would be like, "Man, that looks killer. I want to see more." And there's always that other 50% that just don't care about food on social media. And they're just like, no one gives a fuck what you had for dinner. And like, so that like too many like one of my buddies was just like, no one gives a fuck what you had for dinner, and I was just like, all right, I'm starting a food account, and I'm gonna prove my buddy wrong. And now look
Yep.
at
Now
it.
look, what's he
Yeah.
got to say now? Now he's like, "Hey, bro, when are you gonna make me some ribs?" You know.
Yeah.
And that's how it is, though. But that's for true friends. True friends will haze the shit out of each other. You know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah, for sure.
Indeed.
What else you got?
Juju's Kitchen asks if you had to pick, what would be your last meal?
Ah, that's a good one, man. I'm gonna go with some chicken wings.
Oh,
I love chicken wings, man. It'd be like a cold beer and some chicken wings.
there you go.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Maison is asking, what's some of your advice that you can give new influencers
Oh,
that are
Okay,
just starting out?
that I have a lot of good. I've been like tracking all my. 'Cause we're talking about underrated people. Like, there's so many people that are way more talented than me, and I think it's just because I know how to tell a story with my so like when I make each piece of content, I view it as if I'm the viewer. So when I make I don't post anything unless I'm the viewer watching this, and did I learn something? Did I get inspired or did I laugh? So like it depends on your goal, but like if your goal is to grow, just make sure and just consistently and over like just start to view your content as if you are the viewer and like are you stoked? It's like sometimes I'll make something I'm so stoked on and then I'll watch it and be like, oh, maybe I won't. I have a lot of videos I don't post because I'm just
Oh yeah.
like it looks like it was like delicious, but I'll film it like with terrible lighting or something. But um, like that's, but I think the number one thing is just be your authentic self, and uh, that's the number one important thing. Just be yourself, and like everything else will fall into place. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's all I got. Yeah.
I like those tips. I'm gonna take those to heart. For sure. The storytelling, watching as a viewer, those are things, like I said, like that's my content is what needs to be elevated, right? And I've definitely taken a mental note of those.
Oh yeah,
We
hell yeah.
we got
Um,
anything else in there, Nick?
we do. How did you like the Malvaldo? I might have messed that up. Marinade.
Ooh, it's delicious. I got a little finger dab of it. Like I still gotta like, I got some recipes that I'm doing tomorrow with it. So stay tuned.
Check that out, boys. Stay tuned to Dine with Dunn and check out that Malvado marinade. Do you know what it is? What's that about? Is that an all protein marinade? Is it?
So there's okay, there's there's a barbecue community like right here that so I've like been hyper focused on what's going on in California. And just like
Hmm.
the last like I'd say like 6 months, I just discovered like oh I knew there's a lot of barbecue people here too.
Yeah.
But like there's these dudes just killing it in the bar. They're making like rubs and like there's a whole scene here that I didn't even like that I'm still like discovering. And these guys are talented dudes and like so they just reached out and I'm just like seeing all these rubs they're making and stuff and I'm like, man, I gotta try all these. But they graciously enough sent me a bottle to try and I'm excited to try it. Haven't tried it yet. Like I said, just got a little taste. And I know exactly what I'm making tomorrow. And that one's gonna be a secret. You guys
Oh,
will see when I drop.
awesome. How far out do you film, right? Or I should say, let me reword that. Let's say you're going to film something tomorrow. Realistically, what's a when could we expect to see a video that you're going to film tomorrow? Is it maybe a week out, couple days out, the night before? How
So
how are you with your filming?
I usually film. Lately, I've been doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I film, and then Sunday I'll upload. So I edited it all on my phone right now. I'm working on upgrading like all my equipment and stuff, but
Mhm.
so I'll film Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then uh, I'll upload it Sunday night, and Monday when I show up to my 9 to 5, every break and lunch and second I get, I do a little editing. Then when I get home, I do a little editing. When I'm at the gym between sets, I'm
Oh,
editing. Like I'm editing,
oh, no way.
and then I'll post it. Then I'll usually post on like a Tuesday. Then Wednesday I'll edit all day. Then I'll post on a Thursday. Then I'll post my third one on the Friday, and then Friday I get home from work, film. So like it literally is usually like what I posted today. I filmed last Friday, so it's usually just a week off.
I see, I see. See there, speaking of which, barbecue from the curb, we gave you some of your flowers earlier today. You might have missed out on that. We were talking about some Bay Area barbecue, how it's few and far between, but you're definitely one of the absolute top out there. But so that's cool. So you have a set schedule that you film with, and it's predominantly throughout the weekend, right? And then you're
It
gonna be posting as,
it'll adjust, but right now I'm trying to kind of clean up my diet a bit during the week, so on the weekends I can just eat whatever I want.
yeah, that makes
'Cause
sense.
I'm gonna not gonna lie. Since I started Dine with Dunn, I've packed on a couple pounds. I'm trying to shave off right now, but I've gotten a little heavier, so
That's relatable. That's relatable.
For sure.
Sorry if the
Seth
audio changed. I had to plug this into the charger over here. Sorry for moving that around.
Seth Barbecue asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was that apple pie cinnamon roll skillet you made?
Ooh.
that that was legit like 10 out of 10, and I got chirped because I used uh, pre-made cinnamon buns.
Hmm.
But like literally, I've made cinnamon buns, and the pre-made ones are just as like just use the pre-made ones.
It's just
But it was
as
legit,
good, right?
dude. Like homemade's always better, but that's one of those things for that. I was like, it was so good, and I brought that one on TV for my second time. The whole camera crew, like when we stopped filming, they like it was like vultures. They just came around and it was gone. Like all the cameramen and stuff, they're just like, it was legit.
Hell yeah, dude. Do you like making desserts just as much as you like doing the the savory stuff?
Big dessert guy, but I got to get better at it. Like baking is like cooking. You put your love into it. Baking's like science. You can't, like everything has to be perfectly measured.
Hmm.
Like that's like there's only so many desserts I can just wing it. But I do. I'm a huge, huge sweet guy. Like I love desserts.
That's awesome. That's our boy Colby too. Our boy Colby, smoking Irish.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's the king of desserts right there, dude.
I've seen some of those videos. I gotta try. I gotta try some of those. What was the like? He's famous for one certain. What,
Oh man, he made these cinnamon roll tacos. Like
that sounds
he took
so good.
cinnamon rolls, he smashed them down flat into like tortillas and stuffed them with cheesecake and fruit and
Wow.
chocolate on top. Oh my God. I never would have even thought of that, you know? And then last time he made some fritters, he took biscuit dough, stuffed it with apples and cinnamon and fried it and topped it with like powdered sugar. Oh my God. Dude, it's a man. He's coming tomorrow too. He's gonna be throwing down something sweet for sure for all of us.
Nice.
Mazon's asking, do you have your hats to buy, and what editing software do you
Oh, I
use?
hope you have hats for sale because I'll buy one right now.
I'm right now with the hats. So I used to have an apparel company
Oh,
too, but
wow.
so I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where to get my stuff made the cheapest. So then the buyer, like if anyone wants to buy them, they're not. Because right now I'm basically paying like I have another buddy who has an apparel company, and like my discount isn't that much. Where before I'd screen print everything, but then I sold all the screen printing stuff. So right now I'm trying to figure out a deal with another buddy where we could make it as cheap as like as where I like because I don't want to charge people like a bunch of money for a hat. Like I want to make sure like a hat is like reasonable price. So
Hmm.
once I figure that out, I'll be making a bunch of stuff and I'll be shipping. I'll definitely, if you guys want, anybody wants anything, just hit me up. Hopefully in the next like 5 months. Give me 5 months to just nail everything in.
For
And then
sure.
the editing software,
There
CapCut.
you go.
Like before I'd use like Final Cut and all these things. Like for me right now, I'm like a toss up between like, do I upload it to my computer? Then it takes more time to get it back onto my phone. So right now I'm using just CapCut, but I have it like all the little tricks figured out where I like you can do a lot with that little program. It's for free, so like I'm surprised that it's free for what it produces, but um, yeah, just CapCut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
great
use too.
software. Great. That's what I use too right now.
Hmm.
I've got it all though. I've got Final Cut Pro as well. I've got CapCut on my phone, CapCut on the computer, but predominantly I do everything on the phone, edit it on CapCut. It's a brilliant app. It's a really, really nice app.
Yep.
Another question we have is, what motivates you to keep on cooking? Like, what keeps you going?
Honestly, it's like chasing, like, it sounds corny, but just like chasing, like the tomorrow version of, like, every time I cook, I know what I could tweak next time. I know I can do a little bit better next time. I'm always learning, and I'm just chasing that, like, nailing it in. Like, just, it's like I'm climbing a ladder, and then just every time I do it, I'm just like, oh, next time, and I just want to get to the top of that ladder. So like I'm hungry for it. Like I'm just constantly like that's one thing I'm blessed with right now is like I got so much motivation to like just cook and cook. It's like all I want to do is just, and I actually just want to like get better, like social media or not social media. I just want to be the best like version of myself slash best like cook. It's like learning a new skill. It's like picking up the guitar. You just want to get better and better. Like I want to work on my knife skills. I want to work on like just all kinds of different things.
There you go. What would be something that you would give someone a tip, right? They're getting started off, and what would be the first focus that they should have if they're going to create content? Do you think it should be the end result? Do you think it should be you got to dial in your lighting? With good lighting comes good content. Do you think it's drop a really nice script so you can have an awesome voiceover? Do you have something that you would give someone as the very first thing to nail down?
You got to treat it like the alphabet. So you got to start at A. So you don't want to go from A to Z. You got to just work your way up, learning little bit by little bit. So first, what is your content going to be? If it's barbecue, is it going to be just like, I don't know, like any kind of cooking? Just find what you're most passionate about, and just like for me, I didn't film anything for probably 4 or 5 years because I was like, I want to make sure I got a couple recipes that that are just hater proof. So I worked on those couple recipes, and then my first videos were garbage, and I was just filming on my phone. Man. I was just I know there's people kill it on their phone, but if you watch, I deleted a bunch of my first videos. Some of them, my very first one's still there, but you gotta treat it that. Once you got that recipe down, then it doesn't really matter how good the video is. If you nailed it, people will pick up on it, and then you just go, okay, now I got to work on my filming. And once your filming is okay, I got the editing down. Okay, now I can work on the lighting a bit. Then you work on your lighting. Just start from A and go to B to C. Don't overwhelm yourself, and just have fun with it. That's the most important part. And don't immediately go I got to try to be the best guy out there. You just got to go, just start having fun. And then every time you make something, where can I progress?
There you go. Awesome answer.
So a couple more questions. What's your favorite place to barbecue, lakeside or in the city?
Ooh, lakeside all day. I could spend the rest of my life just on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, by the lake, it's you'll have the nicest, sunniest day, and then the next day will be like the biggest waves you've ever seen, and the rain's coming in sideways. But for the most part, I'd say it's 80% really nice, just hot, warm weather in the summertime. Yeah, I just like being outdoors and out of the city. The city is the last place I want to be cooking, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to beat that lakefront property, dude.
We got one last question. Who's your favorite bearded Kaspersky, sorry, probably butchered that too, barbecue pit boy?
Favorite bearded what?
Kaspersky.
Wiccan?
Yeah, barbecue pit boy.
Oh, that's Hansy. He's one of the barbecue pit boys. Yes. Hansy. Oh, that guy's a legend in town. That guy will just. He's old school. He's old school, just out there with his doing everything on an offset or charcoal. He's just spending the whole day out there. He's a legend.
Is that the barbecue pit boys? Is it those older guys?
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
No way, dude. So those guys, I've been watching those guys' videos for years and years and years. It's one of those guys that go out in the woods.
He's one of their Canadian guys, and he goes to the States and everything, and
No
hangs
way.
out with them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's his name? Hansy?
Hansy, yeah.
Hansy, what's up, dude? Shout out barbecue pit boys. Those are those older bearded dudes. Have you seen those guys before, Nick?
I don't think so.
And they're always
No.
Oh, bro, go on YouTube as soon as we're done. Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to check it
As
out.
soon
Yeah,
as
for
we're
sure.
done, you gotta go out there and go check them out, man. They're just I mean, I'm stereotyping, but they just look like a group of biker guys that are out there in the woods, just cooking it up, throwing it down. They're cheersing their cheeseburgers together at the end. It's fucking fun, dude.
It's a
I
vibe.
really like those guys.
yeah.
Yeah, damn, he's one of them, huh? What's up, Hansy?
Yeah, he has a video on YouTube on how to make your own charcoal. It's legit. Yeah, it's cool.
No way.
And it's on the barbecue pit boys thing. It's him. He's making charcoal. He's a couple on there.
No way. All right, I definitely got to check this guy out. Handsy, I gotta shoot me a DM, or I can do it from right here. I think no, I can only add you as a moderator or kick you out of here. Handsy, shoot me a DM if you don't mind, brother, and then I can throw you a follow. Man, I definitely want to check out what you're doing. Well, guys, it means so much that you came on here, brother. I know this has been one of our longer episodes. I hope you had a great time on here, man, shooting the shit, hanging out with the boys.
I had a great time, and I appreciate you guys bring me on. Like I was like, when you shot me that invite, I was like, hell yeah, like of course.
Dude, it meant a lot, dude. Seriously, meant a lot having you on here. You're a major inspiration for a lot of people. I know you say you feel like you're still trying to earn your stripes and all of that stuff, but there's a ton of us that look up to you. We see what you're doing, and we just want you to win, brother. We seriously just want you to win. And
I
excited to see
appreciate
it happen, man. Glad to get in when I got in with you, and the future is very bright for you, my brother. Seriously. So everyone that's on here, if you're not already, and I'm sure you guys already are, go check out Dine with Dunn. Show him some love. Follow this man and see what he's doing, see what he's creating, and man, it's the future is very bright for this man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got any final questions for us before we let you go, my brother?
Um, well, I'm still trying to come out to that August 3rd, did you say?
August 3rd, bro. If you can make that work, that would be awesome.
I'm I'm working on it.
Yeah. Yes.
You
See
good?
if it works out for you. And if not, you can do it anytime that it seems to work out for you. We'll make it work. I'll throw something else specific for you, you know. We'll have a homecoming party for you, brother.
All right, I'm coming out there. That's
Good.
all there is to it.
Good, man. We'll take you out. We'll show you a good time. Make sure you get to see some of the sights and stuff. Like if you're gonna make a trip out here, we got to take you out to San Francisco, let you do the touristy stuff too. And then we'll throw it down. We'll have a party, we'll get together, we'll throw some food down and have a good time.
Awesome. I love it.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been another episode of Big Unc and the Nephew. We appreciate you all. Thank you guys for coming in and checking it out. Love y'all.
Right in.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.